Hello everyone and welcome to Close Up on America's Business. I'm Michael Nader. This is the television news magazine that goes behind the scenes of the most successful businesses across America. We meet and talk with many of the most innovative business leaders in the country today and learn how new technologies are changing the world around us and in the ways in which we do business. You are about to see one of the most interesting and informative segments we've had the pleasure of presenting on this show. It spotlights a company that is one of the most outstanding in its field, a company that impressed us as being one of the very best.
There are few events in the life of a homeowner as traumatic as the experience of construction. From a small renovation to the forging of a brand new home, the building process poses a high potential for significant anxiety. That's where Ken Boaz of Boaz Construction comes in, a full-service builder whose high standards and hands-on approach produce minimal disruption and maximum satisfaction for all customers. Ken is here today to explain. Thanks, Ken, for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Dana.
Tell me what it means to be a full-service builder.
Well, by full service, it's exactly what your question implies. We do everything from the ground up. We can take a piece of property, we can do all the excavation in-house for the footings, the foundation, the concrete. We can build your walls, whether it be masonry or wood frame, and take the finishes right up to the roof. On the exterior finishes, we do everything complete. In-house block work, stucco, if that be the case, metal trim, wood frame, plywood, possibly siding and or stucco, roofing, windows, kitchens, and all of that would be performed in-house.
I understand that you have a very diverse background that allows you to be able to oversee each aspect of each project. Maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
Our projects are different than most. Typically when you walk up to a construction project, it's a mess. There's disarray. You'll see tools, you'll see men, and it's not orderly at all. My projects, constantly, they're being cleaned. I monitor them. Our men are all well groomed. There's no smoking on a project. Everything has to be in a chronological order and laid out. We plan our work and work our plan, and that sets us above the rest. When people look at our work, they're comfortable and they can see the progress. Everything is clean and neat, and that's very important.
DJ's Auto Shell in North White Plains is one of Shell's premier stations on the East Coast. DJ's Auto pumps nearly 500,000 gallons of fuel a month compared to your average 60 to 70,000 gallon station, and that's why we had to make this facility a showcase. We were able to renovate this facility and do a large renovation here without one day of being down. We were up and running and working around Ken Boaz when this facility was being built. His workers were very courteous, and they were able to work around my personnel, and my personnel was able to work around Mr. Boaz's personnel to get the job done as soon as possible. Every day people come in and they ask who built our facility, and we tell them Ken Boaz. You know, it's not just a huge job here that Ken Boaz did for us, but you know, also when it comes to small jobs like fixing a door or whatever maintenance is needed on this facility, one phone call and we have a pretty good response to get that item repaired as soon as possible. And I have a large clientele of customers, over 75 fleet accounts, and I do highly recommend him to my accounts when they call me and they ask for a recommendation.
When you build a house, you do a foundation, you do your framing, you do your exterior, interior, your plumbing, and your electric. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. Now, typically when somebody does a foundation, another contractor will come in and frame it. After he frames it, somebody's going to come in and sheetrock, then somebody's going to tape. Now, everybody's leaving their shortcomings for the next contractor. So what happens? At the end, by the time the fellow that comes in to put the trim on the ceiling and hang the doors, nothing is exactly where it's supposed to be. It's passable, but it's not 99.9%. And that's what we can do, because we watch everything from the ground up. That's the way it's supposed to be.
It was a terrific experience because the entire time they were working in the house, I had full access to all the appliances in my kitchen. The nicest part about Ken and his crew is that the house is generally cleaner after they leave than it is when they come in the morning, because they clean up after themselves exquisitely, and I never have a mess.
Typically, when you have a contractor that comes into lowball, you're going to wind up getting hit over the head literally with extras. And I've heard it many times that after I give a price, geez, you're a little high. And I said, well, you know, I'm sorry. We do a professional job. We keep your job clean and neat and safe, and that's very important. But sometimes people don't necessarily look at that, and they're concerned with the bottom line, which is a mistake. As a quality contractor, we take pride in what we do. We've been doing it for a long time. We enjoy our work, and we try to take very good care of our customers, giving them the best quality we can produce. We also believe in continued education. I personally attend seminars that keep us abreast of all methods, installations. As Jack Miller, a lot of people don't know, important rules you should know. He guides you through the entire construction process. This man is a veritable wealth of knowledge. He's one of the best in the field. He's built billions of dollars in construction, and I go and I attend his seminars to keep updated on what's new. And people like Jack Miller give us that knowledge and training to give our customers a better job.
You seem to really enjoy what you do. Why is that?
It's what I do. It's what I do best. And if you're going to do something, you might as well give it your all, and it has my name on it, and that's very important. You know, my dad taught me from when I was young, and I used to work with him a lot when I was a kid, that you have to have a lot of pride in your work because your name is on your work, and it's very important to you. And that's what I do for a living.
Thank you so much, Ken.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
So for turning problematic building situations into perfect on-time solutions, turn to Ken Boaz of Boaz Construction. I'm Dana Scardilli reporting from the American Stock Exchange.
Thank you for joining us on this special edition of Close Up on America's Business.